Hello friends, welcome back to Fix It Friday on a Saturday. I was busy with work orders yesterday on the actual Friday that I could not get here to do an actual Fix It Friday on a Friday, but I did not want to miss a week, so I'm here on a Saturday doing an upload for you. If you are new here and you have no idea what Fix It Fridays are, I am an Etsy seller myself, and I have like 23,000 sales on Etsy, and I have a pretty good knowledge on how to grow a business out of a small little Etsy shop. If you don't know how to sign up, in the description of this video there is a link that you can sign up for. It's free. There's no like gimmicks or anything like that. It's just a Google form. You put a couple little information tips that I need for your shop or what you're looking to get help on, and I can help you. So every Friday I do something. Last Friday I actually did something a little different. I did not go into a shop on my Google form. What I did was I did Etsy tracking fees and profits. That is so important, especially now that we have higher fees, higher shipping rates, higher everything with inflation, that it's so important that we do keep track of all of our fees and shipping rates and all of that. So that's what I did last week. This week, I actually found a really, really cool help ask in my Google form, and it's like the perfect example of why descriptions in your keywords are prime. So I am going into a shop. She's actually local to me. I am in Myrtle Beach and she is in North Myrtle Beach, and she has the same name. I'm Ashley and she's also Ashley too. I thought that was really cool. But I already have her shop pulled up. Her initial question, what she said is I sell earrings. One of them sells like hotcakes and the other one never sells. Why is that? Should I just take it down? Like what is it? Like, why is one selling over the other? So I went looking, and there are things that stood out to me, and the one that sells and the one that doesn't. So we are here to do an apples to apples in the same and as like the same, it's essentially the same item. It's just changed a little bit different, but why does one sell versus the other? So let's dive into her listings. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller here so you get more of a visual of what we're talking about. Okay, this is Ashley's shop, the one that's local to me. This is the one she says that sells like hotcakes. Sells a lot of. She can't keep it in stock. She keeps making them. And then if we go over here to the next one, see how this one has like a pearl, what it says bride. And then if we go over, whoop, where did I go? Hold on, let me float myself up to the top. Boop. And there we go. Okay, so this one right here is the one that she said that sells like hotcakes, and this one right here is the one that doesn't sell, but it's like virtually the same item, right? The only thing that I can tell that there is a difference is this like pearl right here is a heart versus with a circle. And actually, the one with the heart is more expensive. It's 90 cents more expensive, which is interesting. Okay, so she says she sells this like hotcakes. First and foremost, I would like to say, Ashley, you need to be adding a little bit more pictures to your listings. However, I do love the fact that you have a video in your listing, because this shows a little bit more of a close-up as to what your item looks like, feels like, right? And we need to really honestly think of our online shops as like in-person shops. When you go shopping, let's think, if we go to the jewelry counter at Macy's or wherever, right? And do you get to touch and feel that item? Do you get to see how it looks, the depth of it, kind of the back? Like, do you like particular backs? Do you like a particular back? I know for me, I like the ones that like twist on. Do they twist on? Those are things that we get to do in person, right? It's like my biggest complaint about buying clothes online, because I don't get to feel it, touch it, see it, right? There's like only one picture online. So this is kind of what your vibe is giving off when you are posting a listing on Etsy. We have to think like this person needs to feel, touch, and know exactly how your item looks and feels. So for this particular listing, the one that you sell, you have one picture, and it's a great, bright, lit picture. I love it. It totally tells me what you are selling. And then you have the added bonus of a video. Now it doesn't show the back, that's fine, but it kind of gives you like a little bit of depth, like, ooh, I know how deep that is. I know like that the pearl like jumps off the little thing. I don't know jewelry. So bear with me here. Now, if you go into that other same exact listing that does not sell, you have one picture. One. And then you have, like the follow me on my socials. Here you go, right? But you have one picture. So a buyer like myself, I'm looking for a little bit more. Like, is that paper? Is that leather? I had to read to know that it was acrylic. Do you see what I'm saying? Buyers always read with their eyes, right? But they read the pictures first. If the pictures don't grab us, the likely chance of me going to scroll down to see what it's made out of or what, I won't. And other buyers won't either. So that's why it's so important. If we have like 10 pictures available on Etsy, we need to be using them. We need to be utilizing them. There's a lot of things that you can change or add into this listing and into your other one, like the backs, showing the sides, kind of showing the depths. If you have different color variations, which here is, I feel like it's the same one. I think I saw on something else where you have like a different color of something. If you're like a different available color, that's like, this is in your pictures. It's the time to put that on there. Like I said, utilizing the pictures. And I feel like the reason why you're getting more sales on one versus the other is probably because you have that video added on there. The other thing that I noticed that's quite like eye-opening for me is I love the fact that you created two items that are kind of similar, but you changed the title just a little bit, because you don't want to drown out a title with like a whole bunch of your stuff. You want to reach like a broader market, which is great, and I love that. But like here we have bride earrings and then Miss Pearl earring. If I go up here, we always utilize the search field. See, I've been shopping your shop. If we go over here and put Miss Pearl earring, does anything pop up? And actually earring is spelled incorrectly anyway. But no matter what, even if I were to spell it correctly, nothing generates. Nothing pops up. Like if you were to do Mrs. Pearl and these pop up, that's like what people are searching for. But Miss Pearl earring is nobody's searching for it, which is a telltale sign that you should not be using that in your title nor in your keyword, because nobody's searching for it. The issue with SEOs is they're always evolving. Maybe when you created this listing, Miss Pearl earrings was what people were searching for, but it's not now. So we have to change that. There's always something to change in SEOs. Trust me, I do the same in my shop. It gets like the hardest part of being a shop owner anywhere, even if you're on Shopify, is you always have to change your SEOs. You have to be on top of the game with that. Okay, the other thing too, like bridal shower, if you just put in bridal shower, which is your third title here, if you put in bridal shower, which people are searching for it, and you click that. The other thing too is you have to realize this right here, this number, 765,000 listings are in this keyword, bridal shower. To me, if I was looking for earrings for a bride, I wouldn't be doing bridal shower. I would do like bridal shower gift. Let's do that was 765,000. Look, now you just went to 387,000. So you had this like huge broad market of just basic bridal shower. But if we put it down just a little bit to bridal shower gift, now we have 387,000, which is like half of what we had before. If you could go even closer to that, like maybe pearl bride gift. Oh, no one's searching for it. Oh, look, you're up here. These are your first two listings. Look at that. But if you could do like pearl bride, bridesmaid earring, How many do we have here? We have 60,000. That's smaller than what we had before, right? So we're shrinking the market just a little bit. Not really the market. We're shrinking the SEO. And the biggest thing you have to know is for me, there is no such thing as a drowned out market. However, there are drowned out SEOs. I would not be doing bridal shower in your titles. If you run out of titles that you could think of at the very end, you could do bridal shower and like leave that at the end. But the first few, we should be like really concentrated on what it is that you're trying to sell in like a smaller market. So like 60,000, right? I'll go into that a little bit more on my own shop. Also, the other thing that we want to think of, let me go back into your thing because I did see this and I'll show this to you as well. Okay, so right here, whatever is in your first position, bride earrings. If we scroll down, this is like kind of like a little tip. If we scroll down and we're going to go really low, see right here where it says related categories and searches. This kind of shows you like what your titles are. Now, are you using all of your tags? I don't know if you are, because generally if you are, it will show up here like there will be more tags. So we have wedding jewelry and earrings. That's your categories that you've chosen. And then you have Miss Pearl earrings. That's your first actual searchable SEO that you did. That is in your first position of tags. If you scroll up here, you have bride earrings. Miss Pearl earring is your second position in your title. Did I lose you here? I'll explain it to you in a second. But essentially, what you want to do is if your first tag is in your first position, your first title needs to be in the first position. Don't intertwine them, intermix them. In your tags, however, there is a certain amount of characteristics that you can use. I think it's like 30 per tag. It might even be 20. Whatever it is, there is a certain amount. I always suggest and do it myself is go into your tags first and fill up your tags. Make sure that you use the first position for the more concentrated SEO that you are marketing and then build from there. So then when you get that all filled out, then in the first position of your tags need to be brought up into your title. That's how I always do things. I go into more depth about this in other videos. I can link that in the description as well for you, just to give you more of an insight. It's more in depth. I think it's like an hour and a half long. It's ridiculous. I'm a talker, y'all. So that's important, especially over on here on the other side too, like bride-to-be earrings. Let's see if it's down here. I actually didn't even check. No, you have bachelor night, modern pearl classic, custom bride pearl. Let's go back up here. You don't even, modern pearl classic is right here, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's your fifth tag, but down in your, or fifth title, but down in your tags, I think it was like number 2. So do you see like you're kind of mixing things up a little bit? That's not what you want to do. It needs to stay in place. 1 to 1, 2 to 2. I'll show you that more in depth in here in a second. The other thing too, I love that you put your shop name, Sand Dollars and Sawdust, because it's giving like brand. I do that in my shop too, where I always put like my name into the shop. That's great. It's very, very, very important, especially now because Etsy changed their algorithm. Not only do they look at tags and titles, but they also look at your descriptions by like algorithm. So if your tags and titles say like bridal shower earrings, bride earrings, pearl earrings, things like that, in the first couple sentences of your description, it's not going to read natural, but that's fine. Customers will read past all that, but you want to like just inject all of your good, like rich keywords back into your product descriptions. So the first couple sentences is where you really want to focus that in. I do see that you have like, I wouldn't say white acrylic. I would put that like down here. I would do like your materials, like what it's made out of. But I would do like elegant bride doesn't need to be capitalized. Use bridal shower if you're doing newlyweds for your title. Use that too. But like I said, like you always want to put like whatever your title and keyword is and inject those same words back into your sentences for your description. Also, you want to give your product a use. I know that it's like, I mean, it's an earring. Hello, you're going to wear it in your ear. But let's say like it's going to make your ear look so beautiful on your wedding day. There's like ways that you can word things to inject your keywords into that, but then also giving your product a use. Why is that so important? I have no idea, but it is. I can tell you it is. And even like I sell cake toppers, and I even put like, you can decorate your cakes with these cake toppers. It helps generate keywords as well, but giving your product a use is always, always, always important. Okay, now let me dive. Oh, the other random thing that I can tell you about Etsy algorithm is, let's say we're talking about the Instagram algorithm or TikTok algorithm. When something that you post online gets a lot of likes, the algorithm on Instagram or TikTok is going to say, wow, this person's popular. So then it's going to start like boosting your posts, right? Or that particular video that you post, it's going to start boosting it. So the other thing too, like your listings could be perfect, could be the same thing, like copy and paste, right? Like, well, let's just take the one that you sell like hotcakes. If you copied, duplicated this listing and kept the same SEO, same titles, even cheaper pricing, let's even do cheaper pricing, but this listing continues to sell, you are telling the algorithm of Etsy that this is a popular item. So they're going to continue to boost it. Now, Etsy has said that that is not necessarily true, that they don't do that, but I can tell you, I think that that's honestly a myth. I think that they're lying through their teeth for this. Might get me in trouble with Etsy, I don't know. But I can tell you, like, I have baseball cupcake toppers that don't generally sell. Like, they just don't sell. But within the last week, I sold one. And then like 3 or 4 days later, I sold another one. Now I think that like it's crazy because the Etsy algorithm must be saying like, wow, this is a popular item, because yesterday I sold like nine orders of baseball cupcake toppers that aren't very popular generally anyhow. So I think that also could be other reason too, is like because this one is selling great, that it's going to continue to gain more traction and more sales just because it's the algorithm saying, whoo, this is popular. On that note, a great way of making, oh, you already have it right here. Click here for more. Instead of saying like click here for more, if you're trying to gain traction on that other listing, you could put click here for a similar bride earring, and then put this listing, copy this, and put it over right here. That's how you do it. And that will keep the buyer from looking into your shop instead of going elsewhere, because now it's frustrating, but now like here they have your shop, but then right underneath it says you might also like, and you're like competing with other people's shops. So that is like they have to get past all of this in order to get down to the bottom. So that's a great way. Like click here for more bride earrings, and then you would put in the URL for the bride. Okay, so what I was talking about with the first and second position, right here, I have a garland. It's just a basic garland. I have a few pictures. It shows that there's layers, different cutouts, what it looks like with other items in my shop. You kind of get the gist. I don't have a video. I should. Again, all Etsy shops are a work in progress, even mine, and I have a wide bit of sales. Tutti Frutti banner. Remember that. I should have a pen and piece of paper. Tutti Frutti banner is my first listing title. If I go down into my tags, Tutti Frutti banner is my first. I'm using all 13 of my tags, which is important. The second one is Tutti Frutti party. If I scroll back up to the top, in the second position is Tutti Frutti party. In the third position, it's fruit birthday. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do fruit birthday. Do you see what I'm saying? If you got first position in your tags, you need to go into your titles with the first position. Eventually, you run out of characters. That's fine. You're not going to use all of your tags into your titles, but just filling up your title as much as possible. Don't leave titles empty. There's so many people where it's like Hello Kitty cake topper. That's it. That's all they're using, which they're losing out on characters that they could be using. A lot of times, like People will leave these blank because it says optional. It's not optional. This will help you gain traction for SEOs. This is so important, especially trying to like compete with like Google items and stuff like that. If you're not doing any other marketing, it's so important to fill this out. So make sure that everything you do down at the tags, down at your bottom tags right here, fill these up and then copy and paste it up at the top into your title. All right, y'all, that concludes today's Fix It Friday on a Saturday. I will see you next week.